Welcome back to Further Solutions Academy. On this video, I'll be walking you on distant and long great circle. Don't forget to share our video, subscribe if you have not subscribed before. Kindly do so, is very important. Before you watch this video, kindly watch the video before now. We have talked about extensively how to locate a point on the latitude and the longitude, and the difference between what is called great circle and a small circle, and also small radius and big radius, and so on and so forth. But before I continue, let me show you a chart. I'm working on great circle here. Please, this is called great circle. Now, what I'm working on, which is the problem I will be working on this particular video, distance between this place and this place, or this place and this place. Now, why the next video will be on small circle and on distance between small circle. Now, I've explained that this is called equator. It's also known as what? Great circle. And this is small circle, this is small circle, this is small circle, small circle. And this is North Pole, South Pole. I've also explained polar axis, and try to watch that video for better understanding. Now, also, I've just tried to explain what is called latitude and longitude, and which is very good example. Longitude and latitude, and this is how Earth rotates, which is what? 24 hours complete orbit. 24 hours complete orbit. It means we're talking about degree and time, seconds and degree. Take note of that, and very, very important. Small circle, great circle, small circle, small circle. And these are longitude. Take note of that. And also, I've also explained, because when we are solving problem, so that we can be able to move very fast. And we have also explained that this is a big radius, which is the radius here, the same thing as the radius here. The radius on the great circle is also the same thing as the radius on the on the sphere. On the sphere. Take note of that. Now, look at this radius. This is a radius. This is the small radius. Can you see? This is a radius. This is a radius. Now, what you want to find here now, this to this. That is what we are trying to find. And I didn't to say much anyway. That is what I mean by definition. Let me write something about, so that you will be able to take something. Okay, now, take note of this thing. Distance along any of the longitude and latitude, and distance along the equator only among the latitude are called distance along the great circle. Distance along the great circle. Don't forget, that is what I was explaining here. Don't forget that. That is what I was explaining here. Distance from here to here. Distance from here to here is known as what? Great circle. And don't forget, it also could be distance from here to here is a what? Great circle. Distance from here to here, from here to here, from here to here is also great circle. It depends on how the question comes. Please take note of that. Very important. Now, before I hold on to this, I think with this you should understand the definition. Now, let me try to show one or two problems that will explain what I'm talking about. Don't forget that great circle is also known as what? As equator. Please don't forget. And that point is 0 degree. And I've told you on the last video that we have latitude run from east and west, longitude run east and west, while latitude run south and east. Take note of this. Let me quickly explain that. Take note of this. This is what? This is going to be what? North. This could be what? Sorry, permit me. Okay, now, don't forget that we are talking about, and we have to generate our center. This is center, and if that is the center, here will be our what? Greatest circle. This is the what? Great circle rather, or we call it equator. Now, what we are talking about now is the distance between this place and distance between this place. Now, that's what I'm working on this video. Now, distance from here to here, and there's no way you do this part of video mathematics that we not understand length of an arc. Now, length of an arc, which is back to our circle, we talk about, which is theta all over 360 multiplied by 2 pi r. Now, this time around, this is the r I'm talking about. This is the r. Take note of this. This is small r. This is small r, and this is what? This is small r. And it means here is also big R. Take note of that. And here is also big R. Now, into bracket of big R. And most problems, you're always given a value of what? Of R, which is most of the problem is always 6,400 approximately equals to 6,400. Depends on what you are given. Now, I think with this, you should be able to understand what we're about to work on as far as this video is concerned. Now, let me try to generate one or two problems. Permit me to write that as I'm rubbing up this so that I'll be able to see how it is. Okay, look at this question. It's a very simple one. Y and S are two places. The surface of the earth on the surface of the earth along the meridian, such that Y latitude 70 degree north, longitude 65 degree north, and Z latitude 38 degree south and longitude 65 degree west. Taking this and this, solution to this problem is very simple. If I were you, I will first start drawing. Can you see? Now, I will now move on to the first one, which I want to generate. Don't forget, it's very important. This is the center. I think you know what it means. It means my equator will be around that place. Let me first generate this first. We have latitude 70. This is going to be 70 degree. Here will be 70 degree north. And longitude 65 degree west. This is going to be 65. Here will be 65 degree west. 65 degree west. Take note of this very well. This should be your what? Your Y. That should be your point Y. I'll move on to the next one. We have latitude 38 degrees south. We are talking about south. South will be down here. Sorry, my hand is not. Don't mind me. Now, we are talking about 38 degrees south, which is going to be 38 degrees south, and also 65. We are on this. It means here will be what we are talking about, which is going to be Z. Now you are looking for the distance. Put it here. Sorry, this is going to be Z, and distance. Can you see? That is the distance we are talking about. That is the distance we are talking about, and it's not hard. Just don't forget that sectorial angle will be equals to what? Or of xz will be equals to, we have 70 plus 38, which is going to be what? It will be equals to 108 degree. Now, I can now continue by having distance along. Now, distance of zy, which is yz, will be what? Distance along great circle. Now, what is distance along great circle? Which I've told you that time. This is just like sector. Can you see? This is the word sector, and we are bringing out. It means we are looking at distance from here to here. We call it length of an arc, which is what? theta all over 360 multiplied by 2 pi big R. This is our R. That is our big R. I've told you that this is small r and this is our big R. Since I have that, what is my theta? My theta is that it means I will be having 108 divided by 360 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 22 all over 7 multiplied by what? R is what? 6,400, which I can now start cutting. At this point, I need to use my calculator anyway. That is not a problem. It means I'm talking about 108 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 27, which is here 1, here divided by will be 18. I think I can remove this one. I don't need to stress myself with that. Multiplied by 640 divided by everything divided by multiplied by 7. Now, by so doing this, if I should press my calculator, because I cannot be stressing my brain, my calculator will give me divided by, okay, I'll be having, forget this for now, let me just forget this. I don't need to stress myself because I just need to, let me put pi. It means multiplied by pi. Don't forget, I think I'll be having which is, it will be what? 3,840 pi kilometer. That is, it means distance between here, I think I can now say divided by 7 multiplied by 22. Now, it means I can say that 3,000 multiplied by 22 all over 7, or multiplied by 3 point something, 22 all over 7, which is 8,400, 3,840 multiplied by 3.143. That we have 12,006 point what? Now I can now approximate it to 12,000, which is to two significant figures, 12,000 kilometers. Now that is whatever you will need to understand on that part. Now let me try to show another problem for better understanding. Can you see what is called great circle? That is called great circle. Now, permit me to write the question down because of time. Look at another question which we can try to work on. Let's try to work on this particular area. Solution to this question. The question says, an aircraft flew from city A to another city B, which contain latitude 0 degree and latitude 0 degree, 0 degree latitude and 0 degree longitude, to another which is 0 degree latitude 0 degree and 18 degree latitude of 0 degree and 18 degree longitude at another at an average speed of 1,000 km/h. Calculate the distance traveled to the nearest kilometer. Solution to this question. Now, this is a very funny one. I just need to be very to understand what is on ground. Now, if our u, we have 0, 0. Since it's 0, I think I will have 0 here because of what? That is my greatest circle. Take note of that, which I'll call it 0 degree. It could be 0 degree, which is going to be greatest circle, and we have 0, 0. 0 to 18. 0 to 18 will surely give us latitude 0 degree, 0 degree. Sorry, this is 0 degree east. Sorry, this is 0 degree east. Now, if that is the case, don't forget that my center of the earth will be around here. Now, if that is the case, no, sorry. I'm just sketching anyway. Now, I will call this place 18 degree east. Now, what are we looking after? We are looking after the distance along great circle. Now, there's something you can want to do now. The distance is just like we are talking about my theta. Now, what we are trying to do is that theta all over 360 pi 2 pi r big R, which that is the distance we are talking about, which I'm talking about. Therefore, you are using 18 all over what? 360 multiplied by 20. 2 multiplied by 22 all over 7 multiplied by what? We have what? 6,370. And whatever you do, whatever you get, and it means the distance we are talking about, this with what we are talking about, the distance we are talking about, the distance we are talking about, it will be, when I calculate, it will be 22 multiplied by 901, which is going to be 2,002 kilometers. That is all about that. Now, let me quickly write another question for another illustration. Okay, look at this question also. Let's try to work on it. Permit me to. Okay, now solution to this problem. I'm just talking about a problem, it's a very nice one. P and Q are the two places on the equator. Their latitude are 170 degrees east and 75 degrees west, respectively. What is the shortest distance? Distance between them. Shortest distance. Sorry, just between them along the equator. Between them along the equator. How far is Q from the South Pole? How far is Q from the what? South Pole. Let's try to work on this thing. The first one, I want to find out the shortest distance. The shortest distance. Now, how do I get my shortest distance? What I just need to do, I will try as much as possible to draw. It's very important. Now, the question talk about, now we are talking about this. That is my center. And that is going to be, now we are talking about north and south. Sorry, this question is given from us, from the question, this is going to be like this, and we have another one like this, and this is like this, and this is like this. This is going to be Q, and this is going to be P. Now, that is what the question is doing. Now, since we are talking about different location, it means we are talking about, it means the 130 plus what? 75 degrees. It will be equals to, 120. Do you know what I mean there? When you add them together, normally when you add them together, you are having 173 plus 75. It will be now minus 180, which is going to be okay. Now when I add up this thing, this will be sorry, I think I'm making because we are talking about here will be 360 minus bracket of what is it called? Now I have 73 plus 75, 173, which is going to be 112 degrees. That is what. Now it means I'm talking about this place. Now what I'm talking about now is that it means I'm talking about the shortest distance. My shortest distance will now be given as now short distance between P and Q, which is P and Q, will be equals to, which is going to be what? P and Q will be equals to 112 divided by 360 multiplied by 2 multiplied by pi big R, which I'll be having, which this will give me 112 multiplied by 22 multiplied by we are given the R. Is it R given? If R is not given, it means we are using 6,400 divided by 360 multiplied by 7. If R is not given, we use 6,400. By so doing this with my calculator, I will have 78840 divided by what? 63, which after cutting, and I will be having 12516, which is 0.5 kilometer, approximately equals to 256. That is mine in kilometer. Now we're now looking for the other one. The other one now is that we're talking about the arc of what? The arc of this. Okay. If I'm talking about this, it means I'll be talking about 90. I'm talking about 90. It means I'll be talking about arc of x, qx, arc of qx. Sorry, arc of qx. Now we're talking about 90 divided by 360 multiplied by 2 pi big R, which by so doing that, you can solve this also, you will arrive at your answer. Okay, I think I'll be stopping here. Don't forget to share and subscribe. Once again, thanks for watching.